The question says, a student has 50 milliliters of red dye that is 4 times 10 to the minus 3 molar. How many liters of 8.4 times 10 to the minus 5 molar red dye can be made using all 50 milliliters of the concentrated dye solution? That should say made, not mad. So we have 50 milliliters of this concentration, and we want to turn all 50 milliliters into as much of this concentration dye as we can find. How are we going to do that? We're going to add water, or said another way, we're going to do a dilution. So what we need to use is the dilution equation. C1V1 equals C2V2. C1 is the more concentrated one. In this case, 4 times 10 to the minus 3 is much more concentrated than 8.4 times 10 to the minus 5. V1 is the amount of the more concentrated solution we have, the volume of it. In this case, 50 milliliters is what we have, okay? So this is C1, this is V1. C2 is the concentration that we're trying to make, and V2 is the variable. That's the how much can we make, what volume in milliliters. So plugging in, C1 is 4 times 10 to the minus 3 molar. V1 is 50 milliliters. C2 is 8.4 times 10 to the minus 5 molar. Make sure when you're typing these in, you're using the EE key or the 10 to the X key, depending if you have a Texas Instrument or Casio calculator. And V2 is our variable. You're going to have two numbers on one side and a number next to a variable on the other. Multiply these two together and divide by the one next to the variable. When you do that, in this case, what you get for your V2 is to two significant figures, because this has two significant figures and this has two significant figures. V2 is equal to 2,400 milliliters. Note that the question says how many liters, so we need to take this and divide by 1,000. And when we divide this by 1,000, we get 2.4 liters of this solution. Note that if you wanted to, you could have converted this to liters to begin with, and then your answer would have been spit out as 2.4 liters to begin with. So you wouldn't have had to do the conversion the second time. So you can do it either on this or you can do it on this. It doesn't make any difference. Also note that this is 2 sig figs. We're considering these zeros as not significant, which doesn't matter when we write it this way because this is clearly 2 significant figures when it's written in liters.